Hey everybody, welcome to another Corp podcast. Today our topic is video games. But before we get into that, how's everybody doing? What's everybody's week been like? Let us know what's up. Tori, how you been? Mia, how you been? Gabe, how have you been?
Pretty good. That's good.
I'm alive.
Yeah,
oh
that
my
one.
god. Oh my god. Jeez.
I'm surviving. In the wise words of Beyonce, I'm a survivor. Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Hell
give
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna stop. No, I'm a survivor.
Yes sir. Yes sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
I'm a survivor. I hate myself so much right now.
Oh my
Suffering
gosh.
never hurt me anyway.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me.
Yeehaw.
Oh my gosh.
Epic music, and now
Epic
do not
music.
Patreon.
Oh my gosh. It's been a weird week. I don't know. I got off of everything almost. I just uploaded my everyday and then moved on. Pretty
Right.
much. It's just been weird. I don't know. It's been tough too. I know Gabe's been ranching, so
As you do.
yeah.
Right. Just as normal.
If y'all didn't know, he makes his own ranch dressing. So
Yeah.
anytime we ever bring up him ranching, he is actually the creator of his own ranch
No.
dressing.
Yes, if
he
you guys are
created ranch
interested, I
dressing.
sell in regular, household bottles, and then I also sell them in 55-gallon drums for your, I guess,
Oh my
larger
god.
commercial needs. If you guys need
Can I get like
Yeah.
35
Yes,
like
Tori-
commercial drums?
Tori can keg stand it.
No.
We also sell keg
Oh, yeah,
stand
yeah,
ranches
yeah.
too.
Keg stand ranches.
just kegs just full of ranch dressing.
No, that's what
I
that
actually
gave me an
hate ranch
idea.
dressing in all seriousness, so like
That gave me an idea. Like, let's say we sell kegs to frat parties, but instead of beer, it's just filled with ranch.
They wonder what the hell
can you
is
imagine the
this?
disappointment like when they're like pouring a glass and it's just fucking
Nah, they'd probably be
ranch?
like, yeah, just chug it.
no, they would have to be really out there to
You never know. Gabe could be the life of the party with his ranch dressing keg.
how did we get here?
How did we get anywhere? Okay.
I don't know.
Cars? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, we're all born, and then we all ended up here someday. So,
Exactly.
Wow, both of you just assume I was born.
yes, Tori was grown in the lab.
Hell
That's
yeah,
why
I
they-
was.
That's why her Chad levels, they were like genetically modified to be the chattiest
Yep.
Chad levels ever.
Yes. You are correct. Her Chad levels are
Oh.
going through the roof. We can already tell. We're not even like, what, 10 minutes into the episode? And Tori's Chad levels are going through the freaking roof. We're already talking about keg stands and we're not even 10 minutes in.
You know it's an eventful live stream if we're already talking about keg stands.
Yes, sir. That's how it goes. That's how it rolls on the Couch Corp
Chad.
podcast.
No.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'll be right back. I'm going to get some drinks.
Gotcha.
Oh, nice. Stay hydrated, kids. That's important. Like, genuinely.
Yeah, stay hydrated for the next keg stand.
No. Not everything's about keg stands, alright?
Hey, but when you're Chad Tory, yes it is. That is
Oh,
life.
dear.
That is love.
Don't get all Shrek on me. Well,
We do not
that's
condone the sorts of alcoholism we talk on this podcast.
No, we do.
Drink
we do not.
responsibly.
Please, for the love of God, yes.
Okay. Well, Mia's gone. Gabe, seriously, what's your week been like? How you been up? Or what's
It's
up?
been pretty good. It's been chill. I know we've all had, there's been some tough shit going on throughout the whole country. I remember the country was rocked by the whole Gorilla Glue thing.
What?
Do you not have you not seen that? The only reason I know about it is because of Gabe.
No.
Gabe, you
Okay,
explain.
so-
I know the commercials, and I find the commercials very
no,
hilarious.
it has nothing to do with that. Trust
No.
me. Trust me.
So there is this girl that I watched the original video. Apparently,
Wait,
she
wait,
put
wait, wait.
Gorilla
Is
Glue
this
in
the
her hair.
thing about the person got Gorilla Glue in their hair?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, that was
But guess what?
we talked
I
about
found
that.
there's another incident where this one girl decided to wax her cooter
No!
with Gorilla Glue tape.
No!
Ugh.
No!
Yeah.
No!
Ah.
I actually use Gorilla Glue for a lot of shit.
Oh,
Whoa.
Like- No, like I use it to repair things.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I am the handyman in my house. Like if something's broken, people bring it to me. Like I fix everything.
Chad and
Not everything.
Handyman.
Yeah. Like although most of it is like shoes and electronics, but like, it's fine. Like I Gorilla Glue my headphones together and they still work great after like 7 years. So A plus to that. I repair every decoration ever that breaks, which reminds me I might have a decoration on the list I need to repair. And I also like paint over it so like you can't even tell it's ever broken.
Noise. Noise. Noise.
So
or he has a secret like woodwork.
also like literally my mom's come to me, she's like, hey, my boots are falling apart, can you just like fix them? And I'm like, I gotcha. So
We'll buy you a DeWalt.
like I have like a really tiny
birthday.
thing of Gorilla Glue here. It's like I only get the how many fucking ounces is this? Like it's very small because that's all you need. Like because like a drop of this shit can glue like a house together.
Nice.
Like I don't even know how. It's like very small. Yeah, no, like literally, okay, on the freaking thing, it goes caution, bonds to skin instantly.
Yeah.
Do not put this on any skin contact. In bold.
Yeah. In
Do
bold,
not
right
follow.
on
Do
back of
not
the
get in
bottle.
eyes. Do not get on skin or clothing.
And she puts it in her hair. That's what was funny. And then uploads it to TikTok.
Like
No, but
literally,
Yeah.
yeah.
news update on her though. A plastic surgeon messaged her, DM'd her, and said he will fix it for free, and he did.
Wow.
And her hair's like somewhat fine now. So
Yeah, no, because I remember you guys said that, and I'm like, she's gonna have to like legitimately get her head shaved because like,
she didn't have to.
damn, that's lucky. That's
Yeah.
lucky, because like if that shit was like on your scalp, like,
Yeah, no, and then there were talks about how she was gonna sue Gorilla Glue.
oh bullshit.
Yeah, and then
I'm
she
sorry.
said and then they got on an interview and she said, "No, that's not even true. Nobody even came to me wanting to sue.
So,
I didn't even want to."
so I watched like the entire video what she was doing, and apparently she had this other hair care product. It was called something, but it says like I think it was something along the lines that this is not glue. Like that was the name of the hairspray bottle, and for
Not
some reason I
blue
thought
hairspray.
yeah, something like that. And so I don't know if she had it, if she thought like, oh, if it has the word glue on it, and then Gorilla Glue has the word glue on it, maybe it'll
Oh
work.
my god. Why?
I'm back.
Mia, we're talking about Gorilla Glue.
What have y'all already said so far? Because I need to get in on the story.
The girl who put Gorilla Glue in her hair.
Yes, but what's everybody's opinion so far?
Oh, well, let's.
So,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
No, go
Read
ahead.
your warnings.
Yeah, I was gonna read your warnings, and then I found another video where this one girl, she used Gorilla Glue tape to wax her down their area.
Tape.
Terrible idea. Yeah, because they make like duct tape, but the adhesive is like Gorilla Glue.
Right.
Which, as I even read, because I have a very small tube of Gorilla Glue, actually on my desk, and literally like the first thing it has on the packaging is like in all caps, this instantly binds the skin. Do not put this on your body whatsoever.
Nice.
So it's like literally and it's funny because people don't do this with like normal glue. So I don't know why people are like, "Oh yes, the strongest adhesive product. I will put that on my body.
Basically, what happened was, listen. I'm gonna break it down for y'all. So basically, I know, like, there's this spray. It's called Got to Be Glued, right?
Oh, that's what it's called.
And then there's it's not hairspray, but it's in a similar, like, they look similar. It's called Gorilla Snot, and they both have
I know what gorilla
animals.
snot
Like, they both have gorillas on them, and they kind of look similar, but not really. But
oh God,
the
oh,
product, no, like, really, the products look like the same. So I personally, like, I mean, I know the difference, but just like if you're picking up the bottle and you've never heard of, like, of course people have heard of like Gorilla Glue, but like Gorilla Snot, Got to Be Glued, and then Gorilla Glue, if you all put them next to each other, I can't even lie to you, with the way the cans are designed, if I wasn't, fundamentally reading, I would have made the same mistake. But
I don't know. Gorilla Snot looks different than Gorilla Glue.
but there's also a spray for it.
I was gonna say, are you talking about like I think
The
Will
hair
knows
gel.
what I'm talking about.
because I'm assuming
like
that means the person
it's like
also
the
used
Spanish
Gorilla
one.
Glue
Yeah,
spray.
it's a Spanish hair gel.
The Moco de Gorilla.
Yes.
I guess
It's the same. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know how you could make. That's the thing though. The bottle looks nothing like Gorilla Glue, so that's why I'm a little confused.
I mean,
it's
just
just
theoretically,
the fact that
if they look similar and like if someone literally doesn't know Gorilla Glue exists and like what it is, I guess I can get it. But at the same time, I'm like,
How do you not hear of Gorilla Glue though?
honestly, like, I know up until like a couple years ago, like a lot of people didn't use Gorilla Glue. Like they stuck to like
Elmer's to
not
build
like
their house
Elmer's.
projects.
No, not like Elmer's, but like like people would like stick to like quote unquote like standard super glue, and then like the company like Gorilla Glue was like, hey, we're better because their product, no offense, works better. And so like and so I don't know, like, because until like I think like someone brought home Gorilla Glue, was like, hey, we're gonna use this instead, I didn't know what it was. Like, honestly. So I get not knowing the product, and like especially like Mia was saying, like these other products that literally their packaging might be similar. They all have a gorilla on the logo, and they have similar names.
Yeah.
Doesn't help. And that's more an issue on the hair companies, because I can probably, without a doubt, say Gorilla Glue's probably been around beforehand, and they probably should have made sure their thing didn't look like glue.
It doesn't look like glue. The Gorilla Snot or whatever doesn't look like glue though. That's the thing.
We're talking about Got to Be Glued. Got to Be Glued. It got glue in the name. So when you really think about
that one's confusing.
The cans look the same.
Yeah, on the video she showed both the cans, and they almost look like they're the same can, but just different packaging or different design.
Exactly.
And yeah, that's just an issue with the packaging of the hairspray company then, because like you can't.
Yeah, because then
you can't make your hair product look like industrial use shit, because then people are gonna accidentally use industrial shit instead.
And then boom, you gotta cut all your hair off, and then you go viral on Twitter and etc, and then what do you know? Your management for whatever. I don't know. But long story short, everybody, don't use Gorilla Glue in your hair.
Read the label.
Just in case, like, just take the 2 seconds and just like read a label, and just to make sure it's not something you don't.
If you want to
like, just in case you don't accidentally, like, especially if you're putting something on your body in any form, take the 2 seconds to just look at the product before you use it. Because
if you want to be even more thorough, look it up on the internet too and see what people think about it for a second. Don't just grab something.
Or here's what you could do. Here's what I did. go through an existential crisis at 3 o'clock in the morning, cut all your hair off, and then you don't have to worry about doing your hair. Boom, be bald, babe, be bald.
I just meant products in general. Because like I guess someone thought Gorilla Tape would be a great waxing strip. No. No.
All right, well, brought to you by. Wait, dang, what's my super
Danger
villain name?
Noodle.
I forgot.
Danger
No,
Danger
not
Noodle.
Danger Noodle. Is it Dr. Thug?
Dr.
Was it
Thug,
Dr.
yeah.
Yeah.
How do
You don't even
forget
know your
this?
own. Wow.
Yeah, because I'm so amazing at my job. I don't need to be remembering my name. Other people say it for me. Anyway,
Wow.
brought to you by Dr. Thug and Hot Danger Noodle. Don't put industrial products in your hair. Now, everyone, for the main course meal, let's get to our topic of the day. Our topic of the day is, drum roll please.
We haven't even done the link.
What?
We've got a link.
Well, the link.
Then do the
pertains-
link.
The link
it ties
pertains
in
to the topic.
to the topic. Yeah.
Our topic today, along with Gabe's links, is video games. Jazzy hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, get ready, gamers.
Nice. We're going to Gabe's links. Okay, Gabe, do you want to explain? Please explain.
Yeah, so I guess researchers found that pigs can be trained to play video games. And I guess the way how they found this out was that, they had some pigs. They had like these 2 Yorkshire pigs, and then they had these 2 little miniature pigs called Ebony and Ivory. I can't remember what the little Yorkshire pigs were named, but they used the same program that they used on chimpanzees and rhesus monkeys to, like, I guess help have them play video games. They use the same thing for pigs. Like, they were able to learn to use the joystick with their snout, and then they were able to complete like different tasks. Like, once they learned how to hit like a little cursor on the wall on the screen, they'd get a treat. And they said that they're actually able to do really good and all that. They weren't able to do as good as the chimpanzees or the monkeys. They think it probably has to do with their snout, because they only had their snout to use. But other than that, like, they were able to do a lot of stuff, and they didn't really have them play anything. Like, they just did like an experimental video game that they made them play. They didn't have them play like Tetris or like fucking,
Halo.
They're playing
or,
Halo.
yeah, Halo.
They're top 5 in Halo.
Playing Fortnite.
Playing
you know.
Fortnite, yeah.
They're yelling out slurs and
Oh my
No.
god. Oh my god.
You just like come into the lab, they're all like squealing and like, "Rah!" And it's like okay, what's going on? And it's like, then they're all huddled around the one that's like still going, and they're like in the top 2. Oh, that'd be
Yeah.
amazing.
then it's the start to the animal esport world.
Mhm. Dude, as long as they're having fun.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I mean,
Look, he's
Yeah.
gaming.
mhm. Yeah, like one of like they I can't remember how long this study or program like ran for, but I know like the pigs ended up retiring. Like, one of the Yorkshires had to be euthanized because of health problems. But one of them, went to live the rest of their lives at a bed and breakfast farm, and then the 2 little miniature pigs went to go live at a children's after their retirement. So
Nice.
the pigs can play video games, you guys.
Pigs can play video games.
Nice. That today is brought to you by Gabe. This is Gabe's links.
Honestly, I'm not surprised. Only because I just, this is like a random thing that like, when you get a piece of information when you're like 10 years old and for whatever goddamn reason your brain's like, I'm gonna store this piece of information forever. And that piece of information was specifically about how intelligent pigs are. Because a lot of people forget that like pigs are actually like really
Oh, yeah.
intelligent.
Yeah.
And like they're actually easier to train than dogs. Like, you could train a pig to do like a bunch of tasks actually easier than you can a standard dog, because like they actually just pick it up so well because they are really intelligent. But a lot of people don't know that because they only assume, they just think of pigs and they're like, oh well, they're just farm animals, they can't do anything, but they're
Yes.
actually really intelligent animals.
Tori's next animal she's going to get is a pig, and she's going to train it to go get her a Bud Light from the fridge.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
I
Oy.
was gonna, yeah, I told you guys I got pigs.
Yeah, you did.
And you got
Yeah.
goats.
Please.
They are cute.
Yeah, I remember we had the, so it was a little story from yesterday. I was telling Will I had to take the boar to the vet. But as we were trying to like get him into this little stock box that we have, uh, we were using these little plastic chairs, but the little guy got his head stuck in the little plastic chair, and so he started panicking and he was running around with the chair around his neck. He wasn't choking or anything. He was just like, you have something that touches you and they freak out. And so he's just running around and he goes towards my brother and he tries to go through my brother's leg. My brother was being like fucking his feet swiped out from under him from the fucking pig with the chair around his head. We were able to get it off and all that, and we were able to get him in there and take him to the vet, so it was all good. But that little part, it was funny because like we were just panicking and we are like, "Oh shit, no, get him, get him!"
Jeez. Oh my gosh. Okay.
That's why I like having animals. But let's continue to the topic.
Okay. On to the main topic of the day, video games. I know it's a little...
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We were talking about this yesterday, Gabe and I were, like, just and funny enough, we were getting into the topic, and we were like, shouldn't we just talk about this today? Or, for the podcast? I don't know. It was weird. We were just talking about, like, reminiscing on, like, video games growing up and stuff, and, like, the Game Boy and Nintendo DS and, things like that. And, like, how... we would go through school playing Nintendo DS, or like on a field trip we would have it, and they would have it was like for what it was like super revolutionary, because it had like, especially the Nintendo DS, like it had its own network. So if you were at least like 30 feet between you and somebody else, you could be in the same chat room together and like
My God. Shit, what was it called?
PictoArt or something.
No.
PictoChat.
PictoChat. Oh my God, PictoChat.
You could draw and send it to people, and like...
Well, I remember when PictoChat was a thing, that when it changed from like the original DS to the DSi, they added the rainbow effect on PictoChat. And that was like revolutionary with PictoChat, because it used to only be like blank, or like you add black. That was it.
Yeah. I remember that. I remember like chatting with people, like, and that was the thing, like we were just talking about how like that was like the first thing of like cyberbullying, because people would get on the chat rooms and stuff, and someone would call someone else a duty head, and then you'd hear from across the bus like somebody crying, and we're like, what? And the
Not
teacher would make us like
head.
put it up. Or like if we didn't have put it up, like they'd come and confiscate it or something. I remember that like completely. That and like iPods and Game Boys, like, man, did y'all have Game Boys growing up?
I wish.
Yeah, I had the little, I can't remember what it was called, but I had the one that was like a little square and it flipped up. I don't know if anyone from chat knows what that was called, or I don't even know if any. Honestly, don't know how old the chat is, but I don't even know if they were able to have all that too. But yeah, I know some of them might have them.
I know what
still.
you're talking about, but I don't remember a name.
Yeah, that was like the first. That was like the first little gaming system I had, was the little Game Boy that flipped up. That was the first thing I had. And then I remember when I think it was right around like my 5th Christmas, like when I was 5 years old. I got a Game Boy. No, I got a Game Boy, a GameCube for Christmas.
Yo, it's called Game Boy Advance, I think, the one that flips.
I think so. It had all the options for color and all that
Mm-hmm.
too, because I remember playing Yu-Gi-Oh, and like I remember they had like a little Scooby-Doo 2 like video game for it, and then yeah, I remember all that.
I just remember having the flat one, and I think it was like a Game Boy Color or something, maybe. And yeah, that was like, I remember that. And then I remember having the like original DS or something, and you were able to play the Game Boy games on the DS, and so I'd always just play like Pokemon or something on it, like all the time. That and the Lego games, man. I swear to God, I played those like all the time, like Indiana Jones and Star Wars. We were talking about that last night. Man, reminiscing.
Yeah, cause like I remember like when I was little, like I'd get frustrated because I wasn't able to beat like certain part in the video games, and so I try to ask my dad to help, and then he'd be like, I don't know how to do it either. But then eventually, like, I was telling him, well, I was able to get it. Like that was what my dad was telling me because I was for the game. I got they had a SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. And I had that for the GameCube. I was able to find it again, like, because I still have my original GameCube, and I was able to find another copy of the SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom at like one of those like retro video game stores. And I played that again, and I completed it. And then I also got the rehydrated version that they had for like the I guess PS4, Xbox One, and PC, all that. And it was just like reliving my childhood, but like having to go through Unreal Engine, and it all looks like fucking amazing and shit.
Yeah,
God.
that's considered retro now.
What?
Battle
Like
for
the
Bikini
GameCube
Bottom.
stuff?
Yeah,
Well, I don't know. It's like from so long ago, and like the GameCube and all that. Like, I don't even know how many people know about the GameCube. That's the thing.
that's crazy. Like, here's the thing. I grew up with people that like always they either played Xbox or like the PlayStation. They never played like Nintendo. But I was the one that played Nintendo all the time.
Me too. I used to be so hurt.
Yeah.
Everybody, oh yeah, I got a PlayStation. Oh yeah, I got an Xbox. Sister girl, I have a Wii and I play Mario Kart. Leave me alone.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I remember growing up, I never got a PlayStation until I was like 13. And like growing up, I always had Nintendo. I had the GameCube, the Game Boy, the Wii. We had the Wii U for a bit, and that was all we had. And like everyone that like all my friends, they either had the PlayStation or the Xbox, and so I was kind of jealous, but then at the same time, I was like I mean, even now it's like I have the Switch, and it's like I'm still playing Mario Kart and all that, and it's like I think I always had that because that's what I grew up with. It's like a staple. Like that was like my first introduction into gaming and all that was the Nintendo.
Yeah, I think I had the Wii, and that was like the like game system that I always like played with until like middle school, and then my friends were like, "Oh, you should get the Xbox, dude. You should get the." I'm like, "Okay, but I don't have the money." And they tried so hard to give me the Xbox, and finally it was just like I finally got it, and that's when I switched over from Nintendo stuff. I think the last time I even played Nintendo anything was like 4 years ago when I busted out the Nintendo Switch, or not Switch, the Nintendo Wii again, and plugged it in, and I looked at the cords and I was like, oh my god, it's got the three cords that you have to plug into the TV to show the video because they didn't have HDMI's. So I found an old TV and plugged it in and started playing it, and it could barely play the color, and then it just died on me like in the middle of Mario Kart.
Oh man.
Yes, 3 chords pog, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I remember that shit.
yeah.
Even the GameCube still has that. I was trying
Mhm.
to look for like HDMI cord adapters and stuff too, because oh man, that just brings back memories, man. Just plugging it in and all that shit.
Yes. I was so glad I found a TV that actually had that, because a lot of the TVs now they only have HDMI or like a USB or something.
Mm-hmm.
And like, oh my gosh, I started playing it and I was like, oh damn, this is fun. I remember this. I missed that, but then now we got like Xbox and PlayStation and stuff. I don't know. Nintendo could never be, or no. Nintendo could never be beat in terms of like just busting out like somewhat good content, like good content. I think the only thing that wasn't like south was like the Wii U. I think
Because like
that didn't
yeah,
hit.
because like most people thought it was like a little, I guess, attachment or something to the Wii, so they didn't really buy it.
Yeah, well, it
I
just,
have.
yeah.
Yeah, I have one, even though my sister freaking crushed the tablet under our couch, so now I can't play it anymore. But like, it was like we days were just kind of over, and it's like I don't know. It was I don't know. It was weird, but like it was cool to be able to like control your TV or like whatever with the little gamepad thing, but and like play, like if somebody was watching TV or somebody wanted to watch TV, you could play it on like the little tablet thing. Like it was cool, but it's like it was just a strange phenomenon, but you know it was a thing, and it was a thing, but there is no but.
Well, it was between the. I don't know. We grew up around the time like that started becoming a thing, but not only that, like I remember playing computer games like Pop Tropica.
Oh, Pop Tropica went
yeah.
so hard. I was thinking about Pop Tropica this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I was
And,
like, dang, I want to play some Pop Tropica, man.
Cool math games and God,
Oh yeah.
there were some like emulator sites, but it was like it wasn't even called emulator. They just had the game on there, and this was before they blocked like a lot of stuff. Like before you had to go to unblockedgames.com or something to go play these unblocked games.
Dead.
And damn, like I was remembering that this morning. I was like, oh, Pop Tropica, man. It was so like ahead of its time, I guess. Just
Literally,
for like an
like,
internet game.
Pop Tropica just went so crazy, and I think that's where, well, not that's where, but like, you know, everybody in our generation just had like this really big Greek mythology deal about
We
them.
did.
So
There's like this,
Pop-
yeah.
And Pop Tropica fed into that because I specifically remember one of the first worlds they had on there was the mythology one, and that was
Yes.
the first one I beat because I was like, hell
Yes.
yeah,
I was like,
mythology.
right. I was like, yeah, I know about
Yeah.
mythology. I know what this is. I'm super smart and I'm gonna do it. Yes,
I'm pretty sure that was
sir.
all because of like Rick Riordan, because like Rick Riordan's
I
like the
blame
Percy
Rick
Jackson
Riordan.
series.
I blame him for a lot of mythology stuff because everyone would be like, oh, yeah,
He got
I read Percy
everyone hooked
Jackson,
on
guys.
mythology.
And I was like, that's not even.
The one thing I do blame him for is like people go, and I'll give him the credit. Like a lot of the stuff in the books is like accurate, to an extent, but like a lot of people would be like, I read Rick Riordan, so I know everything about this mythology, and it's like, but that's not.
That's not that's
No.
not real. Or that's not
You're-
true.
Tell y'all.
Like yes, some of the details about the different gods is true, but like that book series is not like mythology canon. Like, like
I ain't never read that junk in my life.
really, I read it when I was really young.
I thought about trying to read it now, but I picked up a book and I looked at the pages and I said, how did I used to read like 6 books in 2 months or more? Like I
can't
look at
read
the-
anymore, dude. Like
I
just-
can't.
I can read on my phone, but I can't read a normal book. It's weird because, and the way I got around it, it was like there was a site that I don't know anymore because I lost it on my phone. Like I closed the tab on accident and I don't know what the website is, so it's just gone forever. And it's been too long to find it in my history. But it was basically like a website that had like it was basically like free ebooks of like a lot of just like actual books. So it would be like I would literally read. I read like an entire series I read as a child in like a week, and they were all like 700-page books.
Oh my gosh.
And it was like one of those things because I could just sit on my phone and just fucking read it. And I did. And I'm like, but like realistically, if I were to grab the books off my shelf, that wouldn't have happened. I don't know.
I got a
Technology, man.
question.
Yes.
So my question is to y'all: which one, Sega or whoever Mario was made by? Because I don't know.
Nintendo?
Nintendo. Yeah, Sega or Nintendo? Because let me tell you something. Personally, just because I really like Sonic, I'm gonna have to side with Sega. Like, I don't get me wrong.
Fair. No, that's
I
fair.
I like Nintendo, but like the storyline, yeah, they was kind of lacking. You know, Mario, Peach, you know, that always happened. But with Sega, like Sonic and the Black Knight,
Okay,
Sonic,
but
the-
Sonic has some questionable games.
Yeah.
like
With
oh no,
very,
Sonic Colors
very
garbage.
questionable quality.
What was that
then-
one that they came out during the Wii? Sonic Unleashed or something? Or
Oh, don't talk about Sonic Unleashed because Sonic Unleashed went crazy. Don't do that. Don't do
I
that.
was about to
Dude,
say
that was-
that's a good one though.
I hate
Okay.
that because I hate that I love that game because that was the first game I ever got for the PlayStation when I used to have a PlayStation, like back in like 2012, and I played that shit. I played Sonic Unleashed, but I will say like the concept as an adult looking back, I'm like that's fucking stupid.
No,
No,
it is
it's
because
so
I got
cool,
the game
though.
for my
it's
birthday.
it's so stupid.
I got the game
but-
for my birthday last year, and I wanted
like,
to relive my.
What was it
nostalgia.
Chip? Chip's the guy that follows you. So goddamn annoying.
Yes, Chip is annoying. Like I
Like-
was playing the game over the summer, and I was like, "Why did I ever like this game? This is so
No,
stupid."
literally, because like, what was it? Because I watched a lot of like Game Grumps, and they played it like last year, and I remember like when they started the playthrough, I was so excited because I'm like, I played this as a kid, I'm so excited, and I remember everyone in the comments was like, oh shit, it's Sonic Unleashed, and I'm like, what are they talking about? I love this game, and then they like were playing it, and I'm like, oh god,
Why did I like this game?
why did I like this game?
No,
It was because I was a
literally.
child.
Right. I thought that jump was so fantastic. And then there was the other one. Sonic and the Black Knight was good, but like I just be so confused. Like I was like, why did I ever play this game? And then what was the other one? I had Sonic Colors. That
Mhm.
game
I
was
don't know
kind
which
of
one that is.
it
I know
was
what you're talking
it was
about.
like it was interesting. But then what was that? The most recent Sonic game? Garbage. Where Sonic is wearing that ugly neck bandana.
Oh,
Ew.
then I don't. Then they like redesigned them
I hate it.
a little bit ago, like a couple years ago, and I was like, because I grew up with Sonic 2, and it was actually one of the first games I vividly remember. Yeah, the Sonic Boom designs, I fuck them. Fuck
Yeah.
the
Oh
Sonic
my
Boom designs.
god! Wow,
Sonic
you're
Boom
going
is
hard on that.
disgusting.
No, Knuckles. What did
does
they
he
do?
look like a buff rat?
And they made him like, because like he was supposed to be like a really like sophisticated character, and then like in after Sonic Boom, he's like, rock, and it's like no.
Right, they made him an idiot.
They made him
an
the big
idiot.
doof. And it's like,
like
that's literally the exact opposite of the character.
exactly like when there was this one scene that I remember as a child that I used to like look at on YouTube all of the time. It was like this battle between Sonic and Knuckles when Sonic first met Knuckles, and Knuckles was literally like murking this man. And then I saw Sonic Boom, and I was like, this is a disgrace to Knuckles, because Knuckles would literally pummel Sonic into the ground with
No,
no
like that was
remorse.
the thing. You know, like Knuckles was like a lot stronger than Sonic.
Exactly.
And like in the old games, like when you unlocked not Sonic, you always unlock Sonic. But like when you unlock Knuckles, you're like, now this shit's going. Like
Right.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Because
I
like,
don't know.
and I have a soft spot for Sonic because like Sonic was one of the first games. Like if I were to try to think of like the first video game I've played, it was probably like one of the original Sonic games
Mm-hmm.
that I like sat down and played with my dad, like when I was like
Aw.
super young. So like Sonic is always gonna naturally have a really like it's gonna have a place in my heart because of that, and like because I played like the original Sonic levels like with my dad and shit as a wee lad. But
Not a wee lad.
Wee
I don't
lad.
know
Nice.
words. But like they kind of messed it up. But I guess like back to your question about like Sega versus Nintendo.
I go Nintendo all the way.
I go Nintendo, but like
Ugh.
that for the specific reason of Pokemon was such a huge part of my childhood, and hell, like I still love Pokemon even though they fucked it up. But like I
What do you
still love it.
mean? What do you mean?
Oh, they fucked up Pokemon.
Okay,
Um,
I'm gonna be here's the thing. At a certain point, I get like, and I know they have to redesign stuff, and I think the reason there's a certain point when you got to redesign things because you can't just keep the same thing going on forever because then you'll die out in the audience. But
Have you even looked into Sword and Shield? Have you?
Let me finish.
Because Sword and Shield was bad. It was bad.
Look, okay, look.
Their
look.
villains were literally guys with a sword haircut and a shield haircut.
Okay, look. I didn't
What?
say it was perfect. I'm just saying this is my
I'm just saying
this is
it
my
took
thought.
a drastic decline.
This is my thought on it. They need to make something new for younger audiences, so they're gonna make something a little more simplistic and more characterized towards. And you can do it better. You can do it better. And I know
They
you
didn't give
have.
a shit because it's one of those things that when a franchise is popular enough, you can slap the franchise name on a really shit product and people will buy it anyways.
Exactly. So you make something
Yes,
that younger
that's the
audiences would
point.
enjoy.
They made the shit game because they knew it was gonna sell because hardcore fans are gonna buy it anyways. I
Yeah,
know
so you
several
just
people because I am a huge Pokemon nerd and I know a lot of Pokemon nerds that bought all the games just because they're hardcore fans and they were like, okay, it looks bad, but I'm gonna give it a chance. And they paid the money. And it's a lot of money. It's not cheap. Each game's like $70 now.
okay. Do you think the company cares? No, they're gonna do
No,
it. Okay,
but that's what's
yeah.
frustrating.
So
That's
one
the
person buys
frustrating
it.
part.
One person buys it. They review it, and you decide whether you're gonna get the game or not. And I think that's the whole point. Like that's the whole point of like anybody buying anything. If you're gonna go buy food, you're going to go buy food. If it's bad, just don't go back and get it. So if Pokemon is
That's a tricky one just because depending on your situation, you can't always pick and choose what you can eat for dinner.
I know, but I'm just saying,
That's a
if
bad
we're
comparison.
all if we're all on this level of like we can get this game, you get the game. If you don't like it, don't go buy another one or whatever. Or and the reason I say I compare it to food is because if you're gonna go to like McDonald's and you're gonna go buy whatever they just came out with, you're gonna buy it.
Menu items, sure.
If you don't like it, then don't go get it again. Well, it's that simple. Unless it's, and usually if it's something that piques your interest, go and get it. If you don't like it, you can either sell the game or just don't buy it again, or just don't buy another Pokemon game or something, or go back to what you really liked. Or
No,
give
but
your
that's what I'm saying.
input or
I liked
something.
how I like until like a certain game, and it was really like a certain year. Like I personally like really liked it because it was so like it's hard to explain because like there was always a certain quality to the game itself that was respectable, and it doesn't matter. And you can pick any generation and be like, okay, some of the designs are questionable, sure, but like up until a certain point, each game still had like an interesting story. Like it wasn't just like there was a lot more to it than just the basic shit, which is why like I personally always really enjoyed the games as a child. Like it was actually like the first game I got that was actually my own game was Pokemon Diamond. So like again, another game that meant a lot to me as a child, and like Pokemon games were really the only ones I had that were like mine, because like my own personal console was like the DS. So yeah, I don't know, but it's like it was just after a while when you can see the game developers aren't giving a shit, it kind of hurts because they're taking something you care a lot about and they're basically matter of fact being like, we don't care, we want money. And it's like, yes, I understand that that's how business works a lot of times, but it still hurts from like that fan perspective when you see something you like and you want to succeed and keep getting better. Do that, I guess.
Well, I do it like this, and I see it like this: the Teen Titans Go effect.
Oh
God.
fuck.
I know y'all hate Teen Titans Go, but there's a huge audience that loves Teen Titans Go, and I really.
And they probably don't know the original.
Well, that's the thing. It's not made for people who love the original. It's not. That's
True.
the whole point. It's
It's
made
for
for newer
the
audience.
generation. Yeah.
That's the thing.
The-
And why people got so mad about it, I don't know. Because there's people that love that show. I like. Teen
I got
Titans
mad
Go.
because of how it was made. I got mad because of how it's made.
Well, the thing is, now it's not made for that purpose anymore, and they realized it, and they've even noted it in the show that they are not the same as the original.
Yeah,
They've even
they have
said
made
it.
fun of it, which I found funny.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they make fun of themselves, and they know it. They realize that they're not the original Teen Titans, and that's what they want people to realize,
I
that
think
they're
it
not the
took them a
original.
bit to get to that though, because I remember when it first came out, they did advertise it as like the new, and that's what pissed a lot of people off. But I think after people vocalized that, they then went and go, okay, you're right, and now we're gonna make fun of ourselves
Yeah,
because it's
but
funny.
but
But
in the
it took them
beginning,
a while to get to that point.
but in the beginning, they were it was basically for a new audience. It's not made for the people who watched the original Teen Titans. Like it really wasn't. And then people got mad about it and realized, oh, the Teen Titans audience is watching Teen Titans Go. Why don't we go ahead and just make it noticeable that we're not the original Teen Titans, and we can make fun of ourselves too.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the thing. I don't know why people got so mad about it. I was like, what did you expect? Did you look at the art style and think, oh wow, this is going to be a serious show?
No,
Like,
it was for the specific reason, and I bring this up because I know when the two of us have talked about Star Wars in the past, this exact thing happened, and people got mad about it because it was the exact same thing.
I think it was a different type. I know what you
No.
mean, but
Fundamentally, it was the exact same thing, and it was when they
yeah.
hired people to make the show, they hired and again, this is nothing against people that made the show. They're all very talented people, and they're great, but they specifically hired a group of people that knew nothing about Teen Titans. They knew nothing about DC. They didn't know anything. Like all the people they had to write the new show knew nothing about the original show. Which sure, you can say like for what they were doing, it could have been fine. But from that aspect, they knew nothing about the characters. They knew nothing about their backgrounds. They just knew what they looked like, what their powers were, and that they were a team. Like, that was it. They didn't know anything, which is, by standpoint, you could say arguably the same thing that happened with people when people talk about the new trilogy, was that a lot of the people that worked on that team didn't know about Star Wars.
Yeah, and
it shows in the writing.
But and that's the thing. But the difference between the two is one took a better turn, the other one crashed and burned because they didn't want to change. And the thing was, I think Teen Titans Go did better in that sense.
Well, they
because
changed.
Not just they changed, they realized, adapted, and overcome Bear Grylls style, and moved on with what they were gonna do, and just made basically the humor that you see now. And I think that's why I enjoy Teen Titans Go. I even enjoyed it like in the beginning. Like even in the beginning, I don't know why, and that's when I was like, I don't know why people are so mad about it. This isn't made for you. This is made for children. This is made for people that like, it's literally like not made for teens to adults really. Even though that's what the original target audience was, this time it isn't. They're changing it up, and even though they don't know the original like characters, or they don't know the backstory, or what yada yada yada. It's not like this is like super canon to anything that has to be going on. It's just canon to the Teen Titans Go universe.
It's more of a respect of the past thing that bothers people, if that makes sense.
Well, I'm sorry to say,
it's
that
more
not
like
a lot of
when
things...
you look at it, it just like because a lot of people looked at it as if they couldn't have even been bothered to look at like what the original show was about and learn about the characters. Like, why would I feel like they're doing them justice?
Wait, is that true? Like, is that factual?
Honestly, I've met people that were like, that's how they felt about, like, for example, Teen Titans Go, was the fact that it was because they didn't do any background on like, because it's not even like
I'm just saying,
just the original show. Like, there's
like, is that true?
I'm trying to explain.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Because it wasn't just the show. It's because everything's based on comics. It was just the fact that they didn't have any. They didn't go and look into it at all. And when people are big fans of it, including younger audiences that are also big fans of the original show and the actual comics and all that, and then they see like, we know these are characters you guys love, but we're just doing our own thing, and we didn't bother to look into it. People take that to heart because to them it's a respect. That it's like the respect of the character. It's so it's a lot of times it's when these creators are like, yeah, I know you actually like this character, but like we don't care. We're gonna do our own thing,
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna be honest. They don't.
we're not gonna be bothered to even try to like implement it. And that doesn't mean it has to be a serious thing. Like a super serious show. It's just like it was just like it was just because like people took it to heart because it's like if someone genuinely like say like Beast Boy someone's comfort character and then they like did them dirty in a show, that is gonna upset people because then like they might have found a lot of comfort into a character.
Yeah, but they don't have to bow to the whim of everybody. That's the thing. Like they wanted to do a different direction. That's what they did. People got angry, and from a business standpoint, what do? You try to go back to the original, but no, they were like, oh, we'll just make fun of ourselves and see what happens and do our own thing. And the thing is, like, now people aren't as mad. Back when it started, people were mad, which I didn't understand. And there's some things like I just don't understand. Like when the trilogy for Star Wars came out, like I never understood why so many people got mad. Were there terrible points in the trilogy? Heck yes. Oh my god, it was so bad. Like there were some parts where I was like, oh god, that's But there were some points that I enjoyed. Overall, do I like the trilogy? Not really, but whatever. But they took a different turn, and then I realized why it was that way, and I was like, okay, that's why it wasn't good, or that's why it wasn't good for me. But I still know some people that enjoyed it, so I'm not gonna bash it just for it being bad because I know there are people out there that probably enjoy it. So,
Oh, and I'm not saying to bash it because you don't like it. I'm just saying like that's why people don't like it.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying like.
So it's like, well, and it's like, yes, respect that people like a show, but you also have to respect why people don't like a show.
Yeah, and that ties back into the Nintendo games. Like, I don't know, people, there was a certain point when, like, I just didn't enjoy the games as much, but I knew some people really enjoyed it. And I think that went with Mario Galaxy, or Super Mario Galaxy. I just wasn't a fan of that one. But the rest of them I loved. Like, I love the original Mario games, like Super Mario Bros. And things like that. Like the, what was it, the sides, is it called side scroll or whatever? Or... like when you go like across the screen. Like I love those.
Oh, you mean like the just original platform games?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love those so much.
No, those were fun.
And then it got like super complicated. I like the N64 one of Sonic. I'm gonna get bashed for not knowing the names of these games, but I just remember playing them and like having a good time.
That's fair. I don't remember a lot of the names of the specific games.
So, Gabe, what do you think?
About Sonic or Teen Titans Go or what?
Mario.
Or just like games you
Mario.
liked growing up. Like
The ones that I really grew up the most and kept playing even to this day is Mario Kart. That's the one that I grew up and like even now with like Mario Kart 8 for the Switch. They had some of those those remastered like maps that I had from when I was growing up, and then one big one that was recent was the SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. Like they still stayed true, and then they even added a multiplayer to that game, which I thought was, I don't know, to me it's honestly I don't really like it that much. I just like the single player thing. And then another the games that I really liked growing up was Resident Evil, especially those ones. But then in the beginning it was more like they mainly focused in on like strategy and like you had to conserve your ammo and all that stuff. But then like as it got older, or as they got into like the other ones like Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6, and Resident Evil 4, that was when like they started having it be more action based instead of I guess like strategic. I haven't played Resident Evil 7 or the new one, Resident Evil Village. That one hasn't came out yet, but those ones they kind of, I guess, they brought it back towards like the whole strategic side or the roots of Resident Evil as well. So,
nice.
that's the one. Yeah, like that's the one thing that I don't know, and I think it's cool just seeing that because it's like you can, like, yeah, it's different from how you grew up and all that, but then you also get to grow along with I guess the video game series as well. And like you're able to see, how it progresses and all that too. And like there are some times where it's like it does suck and all that, but it's like I still enjoy it because this is what I grew up with. I'm happy to play it. Like it brings me back to when I was like little. Even though
Yeah.
it's like not the same as before, it's like it still has that. It still brings back those memories. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. And I think that ties into video games nowadays. There's some that I'm just like not a. Yeah, I don't know if it's just I'm not a big fan of, or it's just like they haven't changed enough of it for me to enjoy it once again. But there's some that I still enjoy for some reason. Mario Kart is one of them. Oh my god, that game has not really changed other than some of the levels. And
Yeah, it's the
some of
same
the,
mechanic.
It's the same mechanic, but people love it, and it's the same with Call of Duty as well. It's the same mechanic. They just
Yes,
add one
shooter-
little thing
yeah,
or change
shooter
it all the
games.
time. Like, it's just I don't know, and I think it's. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, like how you brought up Call of Duty. Like the only reason why like I buy even the Call of Duty still is just because of the zombies. Like even though it's like it's basically practically almost like the same game except like I guess they how'd you say it? I guess
Reskin it.
yeah, just reskin it in like a different situation, or it's like almost a little bit different, like futuristic or back in like World War One or two and all that. Like the only reason why I buy it is because of zombies, because it's like, and like Will can probably attest to this too, but there's like nothing with like you're just hanging out with the homies online and you guys are trying to like
Yeah.
get to like round whatever and zombies and shit, like trying to complete the Easter egg.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yeah, I
Yes.
love doing that. I love playing zombie. That was the one thing, and none of my friends, back home they didn't want to like play zombies, and there was only like one or two that did, and anytime we ever did, like that was so fun. And I remember me and you would get on and play zombies for like a long time, and then we'd have like Tori and Mia come over and like a few other people, and they would be like, "What do you guys play?" "Oh, we're playing zombies." Like,
Yeah.
and they'd watch her a little bit while we're eating pizza or something. I remember that. Damn, like, and
I think
miss
I would just
that.
bring my school projects over while you guys were just like gaming. And I'm like,
Yeah,
neat.
we were just playing zombies,
Yeah.
and you're over there
Yeah, I
trying to
remember
finish.
that.
That was good times.
Even Modern Warfare, I remember that too. We'd just get on either do
Yes.
2v2 or we do the occasional 1v1 match and shit, and then
Yes.
um,
We'd always the big one that I hopped on was Black Ops 3. Even though that was probably the worst one to hop on, like was I always loved the zombies map. I don't know why everyone hated Shadows of Evil for some reason. I loved it. Like the
no,
aesthetic
yeah,
was my
I like
favorite.
that one. Yeah, I like that one too. Like I like how it had like the 1940s or 50s type like aesthetic and all that too, and then
Yeah, and the Easter egg was fun. I don't know why everybody hated the Easter egg. I loved it. And the yeah, and then I remember because that one, like with each Black Ops, like with Black Ops 2, they added the what was it, the Alcatraz. Everybody
Mhm.
didn't like Alcatraz, and then they just started adding more to the what's that storyline called? I keep forgetting. With
I don't. I know it had like
with Rick Toffin and
Rick
Dempsey.
Tuffin and yeah, all
Yeah,
that. I can't remember what it was called, but I know that was like the main storyline because they had that all the way up until like the first Black Ops, and then all the way up until like I think it was like Black Ops 3 is when they had like I guess the ending
no,
for
yeah,
it.
that was the ending. Because
Mhm,
Black Ops 4 was just one giant Warzone map.
mhm. And then yeah, Black Ops 4. I remember they did bring back like a little bit of it. They even remastered like the one where it's like Fidel Castro, Nixon, and
Oh yeah,
Kennedy. And,
yeah. When
yeah,
they
they
were in the war
remade that
room.
one.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
And then
remember
they
that.
also yeah, and then they also redid like Alcatraz too, but and instead you play as like Dempsey and Nikolai and Takeo and all that.
Yeah, I remember that. I don't know, but like I remember playing like a little bit of Modern Warfare and that, but that was like a rare, like that's when I'd go over to like friend's house or something, like any other friend's house, and Black Ops 2 too was the same way, and Ghosts, but I'd always play Ghosts, and I just wasn't a fan of it, but it wasn't until Black Ops 3 when I actually would like I got the game, and like I actually played it, and I was like, I think I like enjoyed the multiplayer. I did not like the storyline. But I loved Zombies. Zombies was like the best part of that entire game. Like I enjoyed it way too much. And
That was like that would be like the only reason why I bought it was just to play Zombies, because it's like multiplayer was alright. I don't. It depended if you had like friends that were actually good, and like if you had people to actually play with, that was really good. But like I mainly bought it for the Zombies because like that's what all my friends would play, and so that's what we all play.
yeah, like I don't know, that it was that, and then Halo. Oh my god, I played it. You don't understand. Like when all my friends were playing Call of Duty, I played Halo like all the time. Like I could not get off of Halo, and I was really good at Halo. Like I don't like, I'm not trying to brag a lot, but like I was really good at Halo. Like to the point where I was like, I'd join like competition matches and like actually win, and like I was pretty good. That's why I've started getting back into Halo, and I love it so much. Like I'm playing with a bunch of other artists and stuff. And,
I was gonna say, did you get into Destiny at all?
Yes. Oh my gosh, Destiny is so fun. I didn't play Destiny 2, but when the first Destiny came out, I was one of the first ones that got it. Cause like my friends were like, "What are you playing? What is it?" I'm like, "I'm playing Destiny. Y'all need to get this. Like, this isn't like your regular Call of Duty. This is fun. Like you'll enjoy this." And it's all
This is like your normal shit. This is actually fun.
Yes, this is fun. Like you actually can upgrade weapons. You can use those weapons in multiplayer. If you and it's all ranked based. So like if you're a certain rank, you play multiplayer with the same ranked people, and you don't just get like crazy ass guns in a match and get killed all the time. No. It's fair. You'll love it. You'll enjoy it. And they're like, oh, whatever. And then there's the few that are like, yeah, sure, I don't mind, I'll play it. And they actually loved it. And like we'd get on and like play like missions and stuff and role play stuff and just have a good time. Like that's when I enjoyed it like a lot. And I remember because you could buy one of this thing, you could get a speeder bike that was different than all the other ones because it would go like super fast, like it'd zoom, like you'd be zooming through the map. And it was like this cool customized looking thing. Like I remember it. It was so fun. Did you play Destiny a lot, Gabe?
No, that was the one game that I wanted to try, but it's like I didn't have enough money, so I just stuck with the regular games. And then the one games that I were really into, and it's still like my favorite genre, are all the zombie games. Like
Yeah.
I remember, like I'd play like Dead. I don't know if you played Dead Island or.
Yeah, I did.
I know
for a little bit.
Dead Island was pretty fun. It was kind of like the whole open world zombie thing, and then I don't know if you put. I don't even know if you've heard of Dead Space, but
Yeah,
that
I
was like
have.
it's still my favorite video game series. And like it sucks because like EA fucking bankrupted Versatile Games, and so now they're not gonna even make another one. You just stopped at 3.
Yeah, I played Dead Space a little bit, but not a lot. I don't know. I just didn't. I don't. There was a point where I loved video games, but I also didn't have time to play video games all the time because I had so much crap going on. And if I didn't,
Yeah, that's what.
yeah,
That's how it is for me right now. It's like I have a hard time just trying to play and all that too.
the only reason I play video games now is to stay connected with anybody that I played video games before with. That's literally the only. That's one of the main reasons. Because I mean, we can't run around. I mean, we're in the middle of a thing going on at the moment, so it's like we can't just run around and do stuff. So what's the next best thing? Video games. So,
No, like
Yeah.
legitimately, video games, like, not that like video games was like necessarily dying recently, because I don't think it was, but like just in in general, like a lot of specific games got really popular again in the last like year and a half for that specific reason, is that a lot of people that normally would interact in person are like, okay, I'm gonna play this game I can play online that's pretty readily available in like across consoles, or like it might not require a lot of specific skills. So like for example, like Minecraft got super huge again for that reason, because a lot of people are playing it just so they're doing something with other people.
Yeah. That and Among Us. Oh my gosh. One
Yeah,
day we're
Among
gonna
Us.
do an Among Us live stream.
Dude, oh, that would be
So,
fun.
We'll do a gaming live stream for everybody.
That would be really fun. Especially because you could do the like, I still really want to try the proximity.
Mhm.
Because it just looks really fun to play with proximity. I think you have to. I don't know how exactly how it works. I think it's like you have to use like TeamSpeak, I think, for it. I don't know. I still need to look into it, but like it just sounds super fun to play that way, because it's like it's open mic the entire game. But it's all proximity up to the map.
Mhm.
So it's like you're actually like in the game in a way. Like because you're walking around, you're just talking the whole time. You can like you hear people in the same room. I don't know. It just seems like it adds a whole nother spin to the game, which is like, yes, adding stuff.
Mhm.
I was gonna ask in general, everyone, like, has there been a game that like recently that like you like a game that you recently were like you recently like you or even like a game you've seen but haven't played yet and want to play? Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's been a while since I played Luigi's Mansion. I know Burnt brought it up.
Yeah,
It's been
for
a
the
long
childhood game.
It's been a
I don't know if I
long
ever
time.
played like Luigi Mansion, but I definitely can say I've driven through it a lot in Mario Kart.
Man, I hated that level in Mario Kart.
Oh, I loved it.
I did not like
I
it
love
at
that,
all.
and like I love both of Bowser's Mansions for some goddamn reason.
I like that one. I don't like Luigi's though. Owns my heart. Yes, the
Aw.
GameCube Luigi's Mansion. That's the one I'm talking about.
GameCube Pokemon, was it Coliseum?
I think.
Like I think it was called Pokemon Coliseum. Or is Pokemon Tournament. It was just like the GameCube one. That and they had one, the only game that has Shadow Lugia in it, like bruh. I only played them once in my life because I personally have never owned a GameCube. But I remember like once. I don't even know who it was. Like it was like it had to been like a parents' work friend that we went to their house for like a party of some work party.
Yeah.
And I just remember I was in the basement with like this other kid. We were just playing, like they had a GameCube, so we were playing on the GameCube, and they had those games, and we were playing them. And I'm like, because they're always games I knew about but could never play because I didn't have the console, and I always loved the games, and I actually got to sit down and play them, and I was like, these are the best things ever, and it's
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh yeah. Wait, why are you saying Just Dance is a non-video game? I thought that was a video game. That's a video game. What do you mean? And Lego Star Wars. I always played Lego Star Wars like all the time, even on like consoles and stuff. Like I'd get it on the DS, and then I would get it on like Wii or something. And I'd never get that. Like I grew up
Lego
with
Star
that.
Wars is classic.
I loved it so much. Lego Star Wars, Lego Indiana Jones. There was another Lego one. I can't remember.
There's Lego Harry Potter too.
Yeah, Lego Harry Potter. My sister loved that game. Like
I think I still have Lego Harry Potter like years 1 through 4.
Yes.
Because they did it by like
twice or something.
Yeah, because they split it.
Yeah.
I think I still have it, like, because I still have a bunch of Wii games, because I still have the original Wii that technically, fuck, I think I can play GameCube games on that because it's the
Yeah,
original.
You can. Yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna make sure I have all the parts for the Wii like all the chords and shit. And like I
Bust it out.
I
And
oh my
play it
god,
again.
I can play GameCube games. Oh my god. Wow. Amazing. I'm
Yeah.
like stupid excited now. And I shouldn't be as like a 20-year-old getting excited for a GameCube. That just shows how much of a goddamn nerd I am.
Nah, like I remember playing those games so much, the Lego games and I think my sister played Harry Potter, so like the Harry Potter Lego game so much that I think it's like made the disc wear down. Like it was that much.
Yeah.
Yo,
It'll do
DK
that.
Jungle Beats. Oh, yes. No, I remember that. No way. Yo, you unlocked a memory that I've totally like blocked out. DK Jungle Beats was like the shit. Like,
That's funny.
if y'all never played DK Jungle Beats, oh my
Oh,
god,
I've never even
out.
heard of DK Jungle Beats.
Oh my god, you instead of a controller, use bongo drums.
Oh my! Oh, that sounds fun.
And you
That
plug it
sounds
into the
fun.
GameCube.
Oh well,
my
that's
god.
why. Yeah, I didn't have a GameCube, so I'm not gonna know the GameCube games, unfortunately.
Oh my god. No, okay, so the only reason I played it was because I had a neighbor that had a GameCube too.
No, that's fair.
And,
No, that's fair.
And he got the bongo drums, and I'll never forget.
Yeah,
it,
then
'cause
you
I was
just
like, "What the hell
connect
is the
them.
bongo drums for?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, it's for
Bruh,
DK
That's
Jungle Beats."
that sounds like a game that if I had, I would have went like fucking ham on.
Oh god, it's like it's so fun
Oh,
because you're just sitting there beating on a freaking bongo drum the entire
Drum.
time.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
It's so fun. My god, Gabe, do you remember the DK Jungle Beats?
I remember seeing and hearing it, but I never play it. I remember seeing like the bongo drums and all that too.
Yo, that was
But I never played that game.
Yeah, it's so weird. Oh my gosh, me on the way to search for bongo drums for DK Jungle Beat. Like,
Yeah, it's burnt. Go get the drums.
they need to bring them back. Like that would go ballistic now if
Oh
they
my
came out
God,
with DK
yeah.
Jungle Beats. Like,
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if they with like fucking VR, if they already have like where you just hold little things, but it's not like actual drums though. It would just be like
it would feel weird. I think
It
if you
would
did
feel
in
weird because
VR.
you're just like, yeah. But like that's what they probably do right now to like the quote unquote like compensate, because then they're like, then we don't have to do any attachments. It's just put your goggles on and hold the two
It
thingies.
literally is not that hard of a control. It literally is probably less to make than an actual controller because all it is
Oh,
is
probably.
two buttons, a start button, and like a long cord that plugs into the console. It is literally like,
Honestly.
ugh. I think
I think they're getting moldy.
Ugh.
Oh, just kick. Oh, just lick it. No,
no, don't lick it. Ugh.
I wrote I read it as kick it. Just kick it.
Dorito.
Just kick the drum. That's how the mold gets off.
Oh gosh, just bang it out real quick. Just bam, bam, bam. Just play the bongos. It'll get rid
You
of
just
the
play
mold.
around and it all goes away. But no, but like in all seriousness, like have you guys like seen a game like super recently that you guys are like, damn, I want to play that?
Not really.
The one game that I really want to play is
I know what it is. I know what it is.
Are you gonna say? Okay, you say it then.
You want me to say it? Resident
Go
Evil.
ahead. Which one?
The new one that's coming out with the lady that everyone keeps
Oh
googling.
yeah, that one too. But
Oh, is that
I
the
wanna-
one that
I
like the woman's like canonly like 10 feet or
Yeah,
something?
she's like 10 feet
Yeah.
tall, and everyone's like, "Oh."
I hear people talking about that, and I wasn't
Yeah.
sure what that was from. So no, okay, now I know. All right.
yeah, they're calling her mommy. They're saying that she's
No.
mommy milkers.
No,
They keep
the
bringing
game's
it
not
up.
even out yet, and people are already pulling that
No.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what is it? I wanted to play the remake of Resident Evil 3.
Oh yeah,
I was
yeah,
like-
yeah. Yeah, you told me about that one too.
Yeah, but I wanted to play it on PC because they have like a whole bunch of different like mods for it that I've seen that look really fun. I've seen one
Fair.
where like you can turn. I think it was what was the name? It was Nemesis. You can have them turn into I think Shrek.
Oh God.
stuff.
That's awesome.
And
That's-
then like I think you can have it where like instead of Jill Valentine, you're playing as Shaggy and all that
Mhm.
too.
That'd be funny. Scooby's chasing after you, Shaggy's just running down the hall. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
And then one of the games that I also wanted to play was Left 4 Dead.
Oh, did you not play Left 4 Dead when it came out?
No, I want to play it on the PC because they have a mod where all the zombies are Teletubbies.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, you just shoot Teletubbies.
Jeez. I don't know. There's not a game that I've wanted to play lately, like a lot. Anyways, I don't know. Have y'all ever played Sea of Thieves? I think it only
I've heard about it. I haven't
I've
played
heard
it.
about it.
It's so, and I think the reason I haven't played it lately was because they haven't come out with a lot of stuff. But lately they came, or back then they didn't come out with a lot of stuff, and now I haven't gotten back into it because of that. But now they've come out with a lot of things. But all it is it's literally, you can play it like regularly, like you have a gun and a sword and you have a ship with a cannon and you upgrade your ship or whatever and you grab loot and chests and you unlock certain things. But like I think it's supposed to be made mostly for like role playing. So literally for anyone who doesn't know what Sea of Thieves is, it's basically, think of Call of Duty, more cartoony, but you're a pirate on a ship in the middle of the ocean. And you have to go to
There's
different
a very
islands.
notable meme from it.
Yes,
That's
Captain.
what I know.
Look. Oh fuck.
Dun, 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 dun. It's just like,
Yes. Oh.
like
Yeah.
yeah, the Pirates of the Caribbean theme, just like, yeah.
Playing in the background. Yeah, that's literally that's all it is. And you just drive a ship and yada yada. Bees in the house. What up, bee?
Oh wait, does that mean your basketball team got like destroyed if you're here? Because I know you said you weren't gonna be able to come unless your your team got destroyed. No. I was like, wait a second.
Jeez. Oh yeah, Ride of the Valkyrie on the loot. The loot. Yeah, you could play a loot on the boat. In Sea of Thieves. And what was it? Oh yeah, and you just go and you go pick up like treasure and like all the stuff to upgrade your. You can't get any pay to win stuff. Like you can't like upgrade your stuff to get a better like type of gun, but you could upgrade to get cosmetic stuff and make yourself look like a better pirate and make your ship look better and stuff like that. And it's nothing like super like crazy, but it's like if you play with the right people and like you role play or whatever, it's fun. Like it's super fun. We used to play that all the time back then when it came out. And then there just wasn't a lot going on in the game, so like we kind of just, it died out super quickly. So yeah.
Fair. Cause I know a game, it came out technically a couple years ago, but I actually found out about it from like a mutual of mine, and it's called Hollow Knight.
Mr. Krabs on. Oh, never mind.
Oh yeah,
No.
Yeah.
What?
Mr. Krabs on ketamine.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a good one. That's a classic game right there.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but like it's just like a game. It's very similar to if you know the game Ori, like Ori and the Blind Forest. It's very similar to that in like the game mechanics, and just like how the actual like in the sense like you also don't have a guide throughout the game. You're just kind of like put in the world and you're like, okay, like go. So both by like the actual game mechanics and just like kind of how like the story naturally will tell itself mechanic, they're very similar. But like it's also a game that like aesthetically is beautiful, like has really good sound design, just looks absolutely gorgeous. And it's a game that it's a what do they call it, like a big company didn't make it, like it was just like a small group made it, and it was made by like I guess it was made by like a bunch of animators, which is why like it looks so damn nice, because it was just a bunch of art people were like, hey, let's make a video game.
Nice.
And it looks so nice. It's like fully acted. Like they have a sequel coming out, but it's still like like they released it, and I guess it was shown at like E3 at one point, but like it hasn't come out yet, and people aren't sure if it like because like I think when the game originally came out, it didn't get super big. So like for that aspect, it was like really underrated, but like now I'm hearing more people talk about it, so I'm kind of hoping that one like I'll actually be able to play it at one point because it looks fun. Because but I also might. It also makes me want to play Ori again because I played Ori when Ori came out back in like 2015, which I enjoyed. I never beat it, and so it's like watching Hollow Knight like playthroughs and walkthroughs like makes me want to both play Hollow Knight and also like go back and like play games like Ori.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know, it's like it's both like beautiful. It's also like because of like how my brain works and how like overthinking shit and stuff like that. Sometimes like games like that help because it's like I like certain games, but like if there's too much going on, like sometimes my brain just can't handle it. So sometimes like games that are just like, hey, just do your, explore the map, defeat enemies, beat bosses.
Yeah, that's why they need to update Mr. Krabs on ketamine, like, soon. They need to add, like, another level or something, or, like, a level up perk or something, so we could speedrun Mr. Krabs on ketamine again. I'm trying to figure out what person decided to do that.
Someone that was bored.
I know, it was not, like, I have no clue. Is it, how much is it on Steam?
I don't know.
Gabe, I think you would know.
I'm gonna look it up.
Oh, you're gonna look it up? I would think like 99 cents or something. That game looks like a 99-cent game. Because Tangled, because they need to update that game. It is a masterpiece. They need to plot out the story even more and come up with a better storyline for the second one. So, I mean, in the end, Mr. Krabs defeats Plankton. I mean, that seems a little basic. You could go deep. You can go into the mind of Mr. Krabs and things like that. Probably flesh out the story more too. Delve deep into the characters of Mr. Krabs on ketamine. Speaking of that, Mia... Oh, wait, Mia's not here. I forgot. Yeah, Mia had to leave for a little bit. So, she'll be back in a little while. But, yeah, special... Oh, my God. Burnt coming back with the Special K. SpongeBob the movie, the game, 100% completion speedrun. Oh, my God. Jeez. Oh, yeah, I should probably let people know now. Go ahead and just announce it. Like, okay, so... For Patreon members, if you are a patron, we have now released two new mini episodes on there. If you want to go check them out, you can. I know B was there for the live. The
first one.
The first one. We were gonna make it a video, but it turns out that the video was a little too much for Patreon, so we decided to make it an audio version. So we have that. The second episode's up now too on the Patreon as well. If you want to go check it out, you can. Where we talk about fast food, chicken, movie theaters, more. We were just talking. We didn't want to. Mia was out for the second episode, so we wanted to wait to do another topic, for the next episode. And to be quite honest, if y'all like the mini episodes where we just talk, like we can do that for a lot of the mini episodes. Just talk and just have a good time and just hang out. If you want us to do more topic stuff, we can. Just let us know what's up and we'll do that. So, hey Mia, welcome back. Would you like to join this commercial break? We're talking about the Patreon.
Yeah, sure. Let's see. What should I bring a commercial break brought to you by Dr. Doom and Danger Noodle? Or
Dr. Doom is Dr. Thug, right?
Dr. Thug. I don't know why Dr. Doom was in my brain, but Dr. Thug. Dr. Thug. Okay. Okay, here we go. let me prepare my brain for a commercial break. What should my commercial break be about? Give me 3 things.
The
Go.
Patreon,
Noodles.
noodles, and the Discord.
Okay.
It'll do
Okay,
so
okay.
good.
All right, ready? Okay. Attention. Is this thing on? Okay, great. Hello and good afternoon, Gotham City. It is Dr. Thug and Danger Noodle, and we are here to take over your daily broadcast. First and foremost, I would like to tell everyone in the city of Goth to subscribe to our Patreon, because not only do you get fantastic little things from our Patreon, but you get to see and experience Dr. Thug and Imaginary Hot Danger Noodle live and in action doing the villainry. Secondly, join our Discord, because you also get to see Dr. Thug and Hot Danger Noodle live in person doing the villainry. And you can even give us low rate crimes like petty thievery or arson or releasing an entire jail of people. You can do that. Anyway, also, make sure you're buying ramen noodles. They're good for your health. We didn't
Amen.
poison them. You poisoned them yourself. Thank you. And goodbye.
Okay, I didn't know it was going that far.
Yeah.
When she said Gotham City, it reminded me of you have 12
You have
hours
12
to bring me the
hours.
roach. To bring me the roach man, or else I poison the city's water supply with lean.
Yes, 21 Savage. And wasn't the next meme was like, wasn't it the Travis Scott as Batman?
Yeah, they call him the roach man.
He did kind of look like a roach.
Oh my god. Oh no. Okay, if you do not meet our demands, Dr. Thug and Danger Noodle will wait. What will you do?
Oh God.
I will poison all the ramen.
No,
Not the
not the
ramen.
ramen. Danger Noodle's gonna poison the ramen.
Yeah,
No.
the ramen.
Okay, are we gonna call it? Are we gonna call it on the podcast today, or what's the move? What do y'all think?
Uh,
What?
if you want to, I'm just saying that this is just a disastrous note.
How's this disastrous? We're
Oh my-
entertaining.
Are we?
Yeah.
I think
Yes.
we murdered the chat.
We
Are you
didn't.
not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
Ugh,
Dorito, burnt, bee, tangled. Are you not entertained?
I think we murdered them.
Bert, I have Tori. I have news.
Oh,
gosh,
no.
Bert, what is it?
We-
See,
Very entertained. Okay.
that's what I'm saying. Very entertained. We have accomplished our mission, guys.
Oh man.
Wait, what's Tori?
Tired.
What's the news for Tori? Bert, you
I don't
can't just
know.
leave us on a
There's-
cliffhanger.
I wasn't sure if Burnt being entertained was the news.
Oh, that's the news.
Oh wait.
Hollow Knight.
You know what? I'm not surprised. That's so funny. That is so funny. Yeah, no, part of me was a little sad that that they weren't here when I was like gushing about Hollow Knight, because they're the one that got me into it, but that's such a them thing to literally be like, yeah, sorry, I gotta leave to play Hollow Knight. That's so funny.
Damn. Okay, I think we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it on this podcast. Do join the Patreon if you can. Join the Discord if you can. Follow us on any social
Discord
media.
is free. That is important
I mean,
thing.
click the
Discord's
link.
free.
Click the link. Join the Discord if you can. Actually, no. Do join the Discord. It's free. You got this.
It
Be a
is
part of our
free.
community. It's fun. We have a good time.
People
We do
send memes on there. We got emotes.
Yes, we have emotes on our Discord server. That's what you're joining for, is those emotes. No, I'm just joking. But do join us on there. Join our Patreon if you can. It does help out for the podcast. Follow us on social media. If it has the Couch Court name, it's probably us. So yeah,
Probably is.
it's probably
Please don't
us.
spam. Please don't spam the main channels. Oh, in other servers. Okay, cool.
Nice. Thank you, V. You're
There's a
awesome.
knocked up.
Yeah, B has
Isn't it?
Nitro, so B can use any emote anywhere.
Nice. The power. The power.
The power of Nitro.
Okay. So, I think we're good. Gabe, you want to end it? You want to get this going?
Yes.
Gotta sign us off.
Sign us off.
Ladies and gents and everything in between, sadly that time has come again where we must go back to our cold, dark, happy, and fulfilling lives. But fear not. Tune in next Saturday for another episode of Couch Corp, 3 p.m. Eastern, New Pacific. And if you live in a different time zone, y'all can Google that shit. Until then, tell your mom to call me. Stay safe, and bye-bye.
Like poetry, guys. See y'all
Yo.
later. Be
Have a
here
nice
next week.
one.
See you guys.